Hey y'all, it's Crystal from Beautifully Broken Crafts Halls in Morgan, and I have some Valentine's Day DIYs for you guys. So let's jump right into it, and at the end I will pop back up. Here we go. Okay everyone, let's get into these DIYs. So for DIY number one, I'm going to be making like an arrow with hearts dangling from it. So I just took this wooden dowel I had on hand, from Walmart. It was like 60 cents or something like that. I've had it in my craft stash forever. And I cut it in half. So this is probably approximately 18 inches long. And then I had bought this red felt from Dollar Tree. And I just cut down a triangle shape. And then for the other end of the arrow, some feathered shaped pieces of red felt. And then I'm going to hot glue those on either end of the stick. And then I will use the white yarn to tie on either end of it to make a hanger. And then I'll also glue, I gotta think here, 2 6-inch long pieces of yarn, 2 8-inch pieces long of yarn, 2 10-inch length of yarn, and then the center one is 12 inches long. And right here you guys just see me with some felt heart stickers I have from Dollar Tree, and I'm just trying to lay out a pattern that I think I might like, but I end up changing it like I always do. And then I glue on that triangle shape to the one end of the wooden dowel, and then the feather shaped pieces to the other end. And there I am tying the white yarn on either end of the wooden dowel, so it has a hanger to hang from. And I just use that cutting mat to measure out my strips of yarn. And there I go gluing. So I did the shortest pieces on the outsides of the arrow, and then the center will, as it goes towards the center, it gets longer. So your 2 6-inch strands will go on either end. The next to that will be the 8-inch strands going inwards, then the 10-inch strands, and then the center one will be the 12 inches long. And I just glue the hearts on the yarn in the pattern I choose. And I also will glue hearts to the back of the hearts that are on the front of the strands, just in case it gets flipped over or anything. You don't see just the bare yarn in the back. And here is the first DIY completed. I just hung it up on my dining room wall to be able to take this photo for you guys. I hope you guys like this one. And now we'll move on to DIY number 2. I had these 3 little farm animal frames I had in my craft stash. They used to be decoration in my kitchen. I'd gotten them from Dollar General years ago. Excuse me. So I just popped the backs off and took the pictures out of the farm animals, and I used some of the white vinyl that I had purchased from Dollar Tree and just traced it down to size on the piece of that backing of the frame. And then I'm going to use these foam conversation hearts I had picked up from Walmart for 98 cents to decorate all 3 of these frames, to make like a little small vignette of them. And I do end up putting these in my kitchen as decor. So this project was super easy to do. I did debate on painting one of the frames red and one pink and leaving one white, but I opted to just keep them all white. So this project did not take me long whatsoever. And here are those 3 frames completed. I just set it up on my island to take this photo, but I do have them scattered throughout my kitchen on the shelves and on a tiered tray as well. So let me know what you guys think of that one. And now we're going to move into DIY number 3. So I purchased this Kiss Me sign from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to paint the words Kiss Me in my white Waverly chalk paint with 2 coats. And then I'm going to do the dot of the eye with some Ballet Slipper Pink by Waverly chalk paint, and the outline of the lips with that same pink color. And then I will use some Crimson Red Waverly chalk paint for the top layer of the lips. Now I'm going to make a frame for that Kiss Me. So I'm going to take this frame I got from the Dollar Tree. It's their Valentine's Day collection, and I just use a flathead screwdriver to pry off the frame of this. And then I'm going to use a Dollar Tree gift bag as well to cover the inside where I'm peeling off that image as much as I can there. And I am going to cut the gift bag down the size to fit in there. And then I will glue the frame back on to where it belongs. That way the gift bag is framed in there as well. And then after that, I will glue the Kiss Me sign on top of it. I forgot to add, I do use my Elmer's glue stick to glue this gift bag down, and then I ran out of that glue stick, so then I just had some Elmer's glue in like a skinny tube that I'd also purchased from Dollar Tree a while ago, and I used that to stick this down even better. And I also used my X-Acto knife to trim off the excess of the gift bags around the frame, or where the frame would go. And here's the Kiss Me sign completed. I think it turned out super cute. You guys let me know what you guys think of this one. And on to DIY number 4. This one is super easy as well. I just took this glass trivet I had from the Dollar Tree and these window clings I had from Walmart this year. They were 98 cents. They're just the conversation hearts. And I just picked out 4 of the hearts that I like the best. And I Mod Podged them to the underside of this face up. That way when you flip it over to the correct side, you can see the image. So I Mod Podged it first, put the clings down, upside down, and then I Mod Podged over top of them and then let it dry, and then that is it. And there's that completed project right there. Super simple. Those are super easy to make for any holiday season you want them for. And that's sitting on my kitchen counter. On to DIY number 5. I had this cupcake sign from the Dollar Tree, and I am just ripping off that heart that's on that side because it was like a 3D piece, and then I flip over the cupcake because I did not feel like sanding all that glitter off the front side of it. So originally I was going to use this rainbow vinyl I had purchased from the Dollar Tree. However, after looking at it for about 24 hours, I just wasn't vibing that rainbow striped vinyl, so I will end up switching that out to the rose gold glitter vinyl from Dollar Tree and just trimming it down the same way I did the rainbow. But in the meantime, after I did this, I debated on painting the top part where the frosting would be white and then going over it with the Dollar Tree caulking or spackle. And then I opted out of painting it first, and then I attempted to use the caulking. However, it was being a pain in the bum to get out of the tube, so I just used the Tool Bench lightweight spackle you get from Dollar Tree, and I watered it down some with my spray bottle. And I just end up, first I tried being all nice about it with a popsicle stick to smooth it out, and it was just not working in my favor, so I end up just using my fingers for it because I don't mind getting dirty. And I do let this set up overnight. I think I let it set up for just overnight. I can't, either overnight or 2 days. You will see me spray water on this spackle while it's on the cupcake several times, just because it makes it easier for me to smooth it out and to also get the texture I was looking for to make it look like an actual frosted cupcake. So here I am the next day. I took off that rainbow vinyl. And the only good thing about it was it left a nice crisp line there. And then I just took some of this pink, I want to say it's Pink Cameo by Apple Barrel paint. And I just lightly painted the frosting just to make it look like it was colored pink. And then I placed that rose gold vinyl down on the cupcake and used my X-Acto knife to cut off the excess around the edges of this. And then I'll also use the sanding block just to smooth down any of the little pieces that need smoothed down. And then after that, I will decorate this. So on top of the rose gold, I will use one of those conversation heart clings, and I'll Mod Podge it to this. I also have this conversation heart ribbon I had found at the end of the season last year for 10 cents at Walmart. So I just use that to decorate right under the frosting where the vinyl and the frosting meet. And then I just glued the little excess around on the back side of it. And then I will use one of the foam conversation hearts as well to put on top of the frosting to make it look like it has like a little candy conversation heart sticking up out of the frosting. Oh yeah, I almost forgot this part. I did take some of this spray adhesive that I had from Dollar Tree and I just sprinkled it on top of where the frosting was. I think that made sense. Anyhow, there is the finished product. I think it turned out super cute. I just placed it in the center of the wreath I have hanging on my pantry cabinet door because, like I said earlier, I am doing my kitchen in like a sweets theme like I did for Christmas. So now we're going to move on to the next DIY number 6, and I am taking this little XO wooden cutout I had from Dollar Tree. It was like one of those DIY ornament things. And I'm just using this Crafter's Square purple glitter vinyl, vinyl from the Dollar Tree. I traced the X and O on the back side of it, and then I am going to cut it out as best as I can with a pair of scissors, and then I will lay that over top of the XO and then use my X-Acto knife to finish trimming out the rest of it. And then I'll use my sandpaper to get any excess off the edges that needs taken down more. And I also use the lighter to burn off some excess that I couldn't get with the sandpaper. Once that XO was done, I am taking this embroidery hoop I had on hand from Goodwill for 99 cents. I've had this in my stash for at least 2 years now. And I hot glued that XO to one side of the embroidery hoop. And then I'm taking these felt roses I picked up from the Dollar Tree. They come in a 4-pack, so all 4 of these came together. And then I will, take some lamb's ear I had on hand from Walmart and put that behind those felt roses just to give it a little more oomph. And then I will use a piece of laced burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree to hang this on my bedroom door, which you guys will see in the finished product. And here is our little wreath hoop that is completed. I think it turned out super cute. It's one of my favorite projects from this video today, so let me know what you guys think of this one. And now on to the next. So for DIY number 7, I am taking this aluminum cookie sheet from the Dollar Tree. It is one of those disposable ones, and I am just using my gray or elephant colored Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to give this whole thing, just the top of it, not the bottom side, the top of it and this edges and all that, one coat. Nothing perfect because I want this to look a little muted. It was too shiny. And then I'll also use the steel colored Waverly chalk paint and dab it on here in spots, along with the white Waverly chalk paint, and dab it here and there in spots just to give it a textured look. Now I'm taking these 6 hearts that look like donuts or cookies that I had gotten from Dollar Tree. It was on like a whole vertical strip, so I just ripped them off the strip of ribbon, and then I came up with this pattern and glued them onto this cookie sheet to make it look like they were just coming out of the oven. And there's the completed project of that one. I think it turned out cute. I have it hanging on my kitchen wall next to the pantry. So let me know what you guys think of this one. And now on to DIY number 8. I'm just taking these styrofoam floral balls. There's going to be 3 different sizes. So these small ones, the medium ones, and the larger ones. And I just used 2 small ones, 2 medium-sized ones, and 1 large one. So I'm painting 1 small, 1 pink, and one small, 1 pink, 1 small, 1 red, 1 medium pink, 1 medium red, and then the large one I'm going to paint purple. And I use the spray adhesive to spray the styrofoam balls after the paint is applied, and then I sprinkle glitter to them, and then I spray over top of that glitter so that way it doesn't fall off too much. And I just use whatever glitter I felt like using. There was no rhyme or reason for any colors that I chose on this. And then to make it look like a lollipop, I just use the wooden bamboo skewers you get from the Dollar Tree and just shove them up inside those styrofoam balls. Well, there's Loki in the background, and he's going to end up on my lap at some point in time in this video. I had to make my own purple color paint because I don't have any purple, which you'd think I would, but I don't. So I just used a combination of blue and red and pinks that I had sitting on my desk and in that paint cart until I got a color that I was happy with. And I did hot glue this skewer into this styrofoam ball just because it wanted to fall out. Now, once that paint and glitter and glue has just set up, I'm going to take some of these foam stickers you get from the Dollar Tree and add just a little bit of hot glue to the back of them and decorate these faux lollipops. So the 2 pink ones I did red hearts on, the 2 red ones I did pink hearts on, and then for the purple one I did like the magenta colored heart, and then I added one of the love words in red across that. And then I'm going to use a clear gift bag that you can get a 2-pack of from Dollar Tree in the party section, and I'm just going to cut it down, and I'm going to wrap all 5 of these and then use some of the Valentine's Day ribbon I had on hand, just to tie it off on the stems to make it look like little suckers. Now, once I had all of our lollipops wrapped in the cellophane or plastic, I took out one of the Valentine's Day jars I had in my stash, and I just stuffed them down in there with a floral ball so it didn't come out. They didn't come out, and there you have it. It's just a little jar full of lollipops. Well, let me know what you guys think of this one. And on to the next. I do believe this next one's probably our last one. It's DIY number 9. So I had a 4-pack of these little heart containers from the Dollar Tree. So I decided to just open them and only use half of all of them, or use 2 of them. Half of, you guys will see. Anyways, you can't really tell here, but I'm using my hot glue gun to decorate these to look, and I'm going to use my white Waverly chalk paint to do 2 coats over, no, to do 1 coat with, and then I'm going to go over it with this beigey color to make these look like sugar cookies. And then I'm going to use a white paint marker to highlight any of the designs I did with my hot glue gun. And then I will paint around those designs with a series of colors. So one of them is going to have red, one of them is going to have pink, one of them is going to have like an orangey yellow color, and one of them is going to have purple. And then I will use that same cellophane from the plastic bag, gift bag that I used for the lollipop. I still had a bunch of the plastic left, and I'm going to wrap these up in them as well, and then use the twine that you see sitting on the piece of paper over there with the little white heart tags that say Happy Valentine's Day to tie them off with. So they look like little packaged cookies, basically. And I'm going to have these on my tiered tray in my kitchen. There, I'm just using my heat gun to make this paint dry a little quicker. And here are our faux sugar cookies decorated. So you have the love, the XO. On also, one says cute and the other one says hug me. And they're all wrapped in that cellophane with a little twine and tags. And then here's my tiered tray. Well, guys, let me know what you guys thought of those DIYs and which one was your favorite. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you choose to stick around and become a part of our crazy family. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up because it really helps out my channel, and comments below. Thanks so much. Talk to you guys soon. Love you all.